Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing with Mono Black Toxic. Is it true that if you visit Wizards of the Coast headquarters on your birthday, they'll give you a tour around and a free pack of cards? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, recently completed by the Phyrexians, Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. You are too kind. Yukon Suck It. Words your Praetor. So I'm coming to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub called Mono Black Toxic 1 by bakuteh. I think bakuteh, that sounds better. Bakuteh. Yeah. So why this deck? Well, because I was playing some Mono Black yesterday. I was trying to put together a cool Mono Black deck. Something new, something different. And then I realized my problem is that I'm like, why am I trying to get these people down from 20? It's taken way too long. And they keep healing themselves with life gain. This is so stupid. You know what? Let's just start playing with some toxic dudes. And so I started playing with toxic dudes. And that sucked too. It turned out I was just getting my butt beat. I couldn't put together a decent toxic deck for some reason. So I came out and I found a black toxic deck. And in my pre-qualifying rounds, this deck has done pretty well. So that's what we're playing today. We're playing Mono Black Toxic by bakuteh. Bakuteh. Yeah. So what is in this deck? Well, let me show you. We've got dude that has toxic, dude that has toxic, dude that has toxic, and we got a bunch of proliferates then. Proliferate. This gives alpha poison counter. And so that's pretty much it. It's like it either has toxic, which puts poison counter on things, or it says, hey, I'm going to put a poison counter on things. And this one says, I can exile anything as long as the other guy has at least 3 poison counters on it. And this one does proliferate. And this one does proliferate. So you just got a whole focus there on getting poison counters on people and proliferating like crazy. That's what you're trying to do. Now, other than that, we got a guy who gets bigger over time, gets a little death touch, and potentially can draw you some cards. This guy will punish their life if they draw cards and give you life before you draw a card. And this will help destroy things that they have on the battlefield. And if not, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. So the funny part is this deck is really focused on the whole poison and proliferate thing, except for like 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And they kind of feel weird when you're playing this deck, but like these 2 are totally worth having all by themselves. If you can get to that mana, then you're good just to use them. It's just that they go after life rather than toxicity, and therefore you're kind of like fighting at you're kind of going after 2 different things. And it seems kind of weird. The other weird card in this one is the Seedcore. Look at that thing. I've never even seen it before. But it does allow you to make a 1/1 into a 3/2 till the end of the turn. It's all right. He helps 1 mana of any color towards Phyrexian creatures. I mean, if I was playing with a bunch of cheap Phyrexians, this actually is pretty good. And you know what we're playing today? Cheap Phyrexians. Like, that's a 2/2, doesn't help him out. But that's a 1/1, and this is a 1/1, and this is a 1/1. And so it'll help those dudes become 3/2s, which ain't too shabby. All right, so this is what we're going to use to ruin some people's dreams. What else are we going to do with it? We're going to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and we're going to hear the lamentation of the women. And I'm playing against Yerbero. Keep. What do we got going on here? Kill, super kill. Not a whole lot of action, just a whole lot of killing. chilling here at the TIE Fighter Crash Site Memorial, the gravesite of the 3 heroic pilots that smashed their TIE Fighter right into the side of a planet. And we got a thing, which is a weird-looking creep crawling out of a skull with what looks to be a bunch of Mountain Dew. Taking a Mountain Dew bath. Go get him, creep. All right, so 9 more turns. Here's number 2. Somebody's got some instants in their hands. It's a 1-1, man. Baby, can't you see? I'm calling. Draw them cards. Going to wipe the board, baby. And we can't do anything but just kill stuff. This guy doesn't have creatures either. He can't heal poison. Let's go get some cards. Are you gonna try to counterspell me? I will dislike that big time. What a jerk. And here we go. That's how you get through a shield. Alright, so now he's got enough I could just do exiles directly. You got 20 life, good for you. Do I got guys I can bring back or something? Just little tiny dudes. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Vraska sounds like fun. All right, what you gonna do, Yerbero? Yerbero? Or Bray? That's an evolved sleeper. That dude's just sitting there sleeping. He's the Rip Van Winkle of TIE Fighter Memorial Park. Oh, we got 2 in a row. How fantastic. I think I got to pay the blood price for it. Blood price! I can use my land immediately. That's fantastic. All attack. 1 attacker. Come on, do it. Am I too late? That's some interesting looking helmets there. I don't have to go creatures. I'll just have to sit here and pin him down as a deal. Alright, draw a card. Yep. I got nothing. Let's just leave it like this. These are sorceries. Yeah, we're cool. I draw a card for the last 3. Heck yeah. That's a long way to go to get a card. To pull a land at that. Jeez, people. Can't get rid of planeswalkers with a farewell. Alright, let's see what we can pull. Alright, let's do a little anointing. Wink. Come on, dude. I'm poison. I am toxic. We're going to kill that guy. And again. Alright, so I think we got at least 2 more proliferates in us, and then this one would be a 3rd. So I think we got it. We just have to plow our way through it. Start off with a little proliferation action. Absolutely. Get him up to 8. We're going to go ahead and kill this guy. That's not going to do us any good. And we win. Victory. I can't get any more wins now. 3 in a row. Losses. QBS. Keep. Number 2, let's go for the poison. All in. Proliferate. And in for 2 more. Put out a guy. Alright, there's 4. Sacrifice a dude. Pump this guy up by 1. And I'll attack. Up to 7. So the flyer by himself in 3 turns. I need 1 more for an Invoke Despair. Okay, fine. Alright, that sucks. So he was my holding everything together. Alright, there's the last thing here. Let's see if he puts anything. Nice. Let's evolve the sleeper. Nice. It's an instant. I'll have to wait my next turn though. Alright, so we got a couple of good options here. That's a point of poison. Each opponent sacrifices. Here's a Blightbelly. And I'll attack. And that's 10. We win! Touchdown! Lava Bears. Alright, playing against Jarrod Sagittarius. So I'm reading the name, I'm like, Jarrod, okay, that's probably his real name. What's his last name? Sagittarius. Alright. I'm giving up on that being a real name at this point. My name's Marco Gemini. Sounds like a James Bond villain. Yeah, the one thing I don't like in pets is when they sit there and throw tantrums. I just really dislike that. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go for the flyer at this case. Death Touch, no attacks. He'll just be a nice defender against Senior Trample Pants there. Two. Well, I got two now, huh? Exile! I love you, always, forever, near and far, no matter the weather. So it begins. Another one. You know, did I ever tell you how much I hate Kamiya Transients? Just hate it. I remember when Kamigawa came out and I played it, I'm like, oh, this is a good card. That was the last time I ever said that. You gonna sacrifice? You're gonna let it go, huh? I'm sure the Shansies will come back. Oh, sweet Googly Moogly. I was out of cards. That's good. If I do this, he'll just kill somebody. I mean, we got to do it, right? Got nothing else to do? I guess we could pump sugar pumps here. I guess I could have kept him back, and we was just really ready to let that go. If one of your enchantments go, then everyone can flood him back to your hand. Fantastic. Unfortunately, that means Kamiya Transients are coming back to his hand. Here they come, both of them, and they're both extraordinarily cheap. They should cost like 5 or something. Alright, there's 6. We need some mana. There's a mana. Alright, we're going to do is a little Sheoldred action there. And I can't make it through the flyer, so no attacks. Now, you know what we need now? Mana. Yikes. Do you really want to play anything in his hand? You could pump that guy like crazy if that's the case. Yeah, you did it. There we go. That guy becomes mana. All right, 7. Now you can take out Vraska, unfortunately. Who are you going to take out? Sheoldred or the Pestilent? I'd take out the Pestilent Syphoner if I were you. Oh! I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. No, you're an idiot. No, right here, man. Right there. That guy. Right there. Right there. You win if you just do that. Don't go after her. I'm telling you, it's right there. Right there. There you go. All of it. I am tapped out. Right there. Right there. There you go. Jesus. Defeat. All right, playing against a storm. 1, 3, 7. Keep. This guy does not feel right for this deck. Because he just seems so, like, I mean, sure, he's got Death Touch and you can draw your card. He's just so expensive to get to that level. And he doesn't do anything your deck needs. You need him to be putting out poison counters. Poison counter, that's cool. All right. All attack. I wouldn't mind getting out another mana so we can put Sheoldred out. That'd be pretty sweet. Well, magic's easy when you get what you ask for. I guess I should have gone with the Evolved Sleeper. Just so we could trade that off. I wouldn't mind. What is he? Ward 2, huh? I got what it takes. All right, all in. And we win. Suck it, the Storm. Suck it. I'm kind of happy about that match. All right, so now it's time to say goodbye to this black deck and all of its friends. We'd like to thank it kindly now for kindly dropping in. So, okay, what can I say about this deck? This deck is actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. Unless you went up against another toxic deck, in which case then it was complete trash. This is probably the worst toxic deck out there. All the other ones do a much better job. But if you're looking to play a mono black and you want to do a little toxic action, this is a great deck. Against non-toxic deck, this deck does really well. It was really weird. It's like you really have to know your mana. Or not your mana, your meta, right? Like who are you going up against? So yeah, you're going against people that aren't playing toxic decks. This deck is fantastic. It's got a nice amount of creature removal. You got a bunch of fast dudes coming in. They can't do anything to heal up the poison. It was really good. The problem is that, yeah, every other poison deck did so much better and could just beat the pants off of this deck. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a weird rating. Number one, well, who was the MVP of this deck? Who was the MVP? To me, it was the Persistent Syphoner. I was 100% invested in trying to get poison counters on people, and this guy was cheap and he had flying, so he had evasion. And that's all I was really looking for there. I was looking for that to happen. But, I mean, the rest of the other cards are really good, too. Like, I really enjoyed Blightbelly because, you know, he got the proliferate to happen. So even if he died, he was still getting that extra point of damage in. Of course, you had to have it started. Somebody else had to put that toxic counter on. This guy had Death Touch. I mean, he was our defense. He was our secret bomb that was keeping things alive for much longer. This was a complete waste of time, in my opinion. I mean, I probably used him a bunch, but he just felt so useless every time I had him. The creature kills were fantastic. Vraska's Fall was fantastic. Sheoldred, once again, didn't really go with the rest of the deck, but, you know, Sheoldred's practically a deck by herself. Vraska goes along so nicely with this deck. Proliferate with the 0, fantastic. Plus, you get that -9 going on to really pound people up. I mean, if you have to win a deck by using Vraska's -9 ability, it just doesn't seem like, you know, like you should need to. But on the other hand, I did win that way. And Seedcore, we only got to use it once, and that creature immediately got killed. It was okay. It was an okay card. Was this deck competitive? And the answer is no. In the current meta, not at all. You know what's interesting is that, like, let's just say 6 months from now, when people aren't really playing, you know, Toxic any longer, this deck will be great. You'll pull it out. You'll be surprising people, and they'll be like, "Oh no, not a Toxic deck." But lo and behold, right now it is just a redheaded stepchild. So I'm going to say this deck is not a competitive deck right now. Sorry, it's good. It's just in the current meta, it gets its butt beat by other Toxic decks. Let's see. Is this deck fun? And yeah, actually, I did have a lot of fun with it. It's in a very aggro kind of way because you're just getting your dudes out and attacking. You're having to use all your stuff to clear the path. It was really an early game kind of deck, almost like a black deck wins kind of scenario. Yeah, it was cool. What was nice is Vraska could kind of come in and play the late game if necessary. I mean, you just had to. She starts off with 6, you know, and you could play her cheaper. It kind of sucked, but still, she wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. As long as there wasn't a bunch of guys on the table, she'd keep her groove up, and you could just keep moving forward and proliferate. It was fun. Was it interesting? It was interesting because I wanted to play a black Toxic deck. That's why. But in all reality, the cards themselves were not terribly complex. The win scenario was just get your dudes out and attack, clear the board. It was kind of simplistic. So, I mean, really, this is a pretty decent like starter deck or something. I don't know. We had a bunch of rares in here. Let me just take a look what we got. See, all the good cards are actually quite cheap. This entire row is just Pauper. That, Pauper, right? This guy isn't necessary. That's not necessary. That's not necessary. She's necessary. That's the thing. And how many do we have? We have 4. Yeah. That's probably your biggest money right there was Vraska's Betrayal Sting. So, yeah, that's why it's not like a beginner deck. I mean, you really don't need her, but she definitely helps. She's definitely the butter on that bread. So what am I going to rate this deck right now? I'm going to give it a B+. Just because I thought it was a well put together deck. It had a lot going for it. It just didn't hold up against the meta right now is the biggest problem. And so it's not the most terribly complex or interesting deck. Not competitive. It's just fun and well put together. So B+, Black Toxic. So if you decide to play with this deck, I hope you had as much fun with it as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, Have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.